Receive my greetings and welcome back to the Manifested e-learning platform. Today we are going to analyze the advantages and disadvantages of standardization of working papers. And standardization of working papers refers to the practice of using pre-designed templates, pre-designed forms, and checklists across all or most of all the audit engagements within an audit firm. It's from the word standardize. To standardize is to come up with the pre-designed forms or templates or common formatting guidelines across all audit engagements. If the auditor is auditing, say, 10 companies in a year, the auditor may decide to come up with pre-designed templates for all the audit assignments. And this approach of standardization aims to create uniformity and consistency in how documentation is prepared and maintained. In this lesson, we will highlight the advantages and disadvantages of standardization of working papers. Let's begin with the advantages or merits. Now, the first obvious advantage is in relation to quality control. It enhances quality control. Standardization enhances quality control through consistency. That can be done through consistency. It is possible because of consistency. Control is enhanced because of consistency. Standardization ensures that all auditors follow similar procedures and documents, and also they document their work in a consistent manner regardless of the engagement or regardless of the individual auditor. Quality control is also enhanced through completeness. Completeness. What do I mean by completeness? Standardized templates help ensure that all necessary information and all the necessary audit procedures are addressed and documented, which then reduces the risk of omission. Complete means no omission. Because the forms are standardized, what information that is gathered is within the forms, then it is not easy to forget or to omit certain information. Of review. It is easy to review standardized forms. Reviewers like managers or partners can quickly navigate and understand the work performed due to familiar layouts and content, which makes the review process more efficient and effective, and that aids in identifying deficiencies or areas needing further work. So that's the first advantage. It enhances quality control through consistency, completeness, and ease of review. Advantage number two is in relation to efficiency. It leads to increased efficiency. And how is efficiency attained? Through standardization, through time saving. Number one, saving of time. Because already there are forms that are developed, what is required to key in the information. That saves time, saves a lot of time. Auditors spend less time deciding what to document or how to format it because templates and pre-filled sections streamline the process, and that can lead to significant time savings in audit execution. 2, efficiency is also attained through reduced learning curve. New or junior staff can more quickly learn how to prepare working papers because they are guided by established formats and instructions, because these forms are standardized. Those who are coming in, those who are new, those who are not experienced, they require less time to learn the process. And that leads to efficiency. Efficiency can also increase through streamlined planning. Standardized documentation from prior years makes planning for subsequent audits more efficient. So these are 3 ways in which efficiency is attained through standardization of working papers. The third advantage is in relation to communication and collaboration. Improved communication and collaboration. How is improved communication and collaboration an advantage that can be enjoyed as a result of standardization of working papers? That's the question. One way is through clarity. Number 1, clarity. Standardized working papers provide clarity. They provide clear and consistent documentation that enhances communication among audit team members, which ensures everyone understands the scope of work, findings, and also conclusions. Another point in relation to communication and collaboration is knowledge transfer. This is made possible through transfer of knowledge. Standardization of working papers facilitates easier transfer of knowledge between audit teams, especially in recurring engagements or when we have the changes in staff. When there is change in staff, then that is made possible because of standardization of working papers. Knowledge transfer. You understand? Yes. Now, candidates, we are discussing the advantages of standardization of working papers. And the fourth advantage is strong legal defense. Strong legal defense. How is strong legal defense an advantage of standardization of working papers? 1, it demonstrates compliance. Compliance with standards. These are international standards on auditing. Standardized working papers provides clear evidence that the audit was planned and also performed in accordance with the auditing standards and also applicable laws, which is crucial in case of litigation or in case there is what we call regulatory scrutiny. So these standardized working papers can be legal defense in case the auditor is challenged. Strong legal defense. That's the first point. The second point under strong legal defense is defensible record. Defensible record. A well-standardized and consistently prepared audit file is a more defensible record in court because it clearly shows due professional care. That is an advantage of having standardized working papers. Yes. Then lastly, number 5, facilitates training. Standardized audit working papers facilitates training. New staff can be trained effectively using standardized materials, and that helps them understand the firm's approach to documentation and audit procedures. So these are 5 advantages of standardization of working papers. Let's move on to discuss the disadvantages, the demerits, disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of standardization of working papers? One is lack of flexibility, or what we just call rigidity, or lack of flexibility. That's the first disadvantage. And rigidity can be explained. Rigidity, this is rigidity. Rigidity, candidates, how do you explain rigidity as a disadvantage of standardization of working papers? That's the question. Rigidity comes in as a result of loss of professional judgment. Loss of professional judgment. Loss of professional judgment. What does that mean? It means that over-standardization can discourage auditors from exercising their professional judgment, leading them to simply fill into the blanks rather than critically thinking about the unique aspects of an engagement. And that leads to rigidity. The second point in relation to rigidity is inapplicability to unique clients. There are some standardized or templates that may not apply to unique clients, because highly standardized templates may not fit all clients, especially those with unusual structures, those with complex transactions, or specialized industries, which potentially leads to irrelevant or redundant documentation. Rigidity also reduces innovation. People don't think because there is a template. It can stifle innovation in audit approaches, as auditors may feel constrained to follow predefined paths even when a more efficient or effective approach might exist. So that's the first disadvantage. The second disadvantage is in relation to what we call tick and bash mentality. Ticking the boxes. Auditors might focus on merely completing the standardized forms and checklists, just ticking the boxes, rather than genuinely understanding the underlying transactions, the underlying risks and controls. And that can compromise audit quality. Disadvantage number 3 is what we call over-documentation. There is potential documentation because of the templates. There is potential for over-documentation. If templates include sections that are not relevant to specific engagements, auditors might just fill them out unnecessarily, leading to excessive and irrelevant documentation that clusters the file. As much as documentation is important, there are some aspects in certain engagements that certain documents may not apply, but because the forms are standardized, the auditors may continue to fill the forms, which can lead to over documentation, and that is a disadvantage. 4, to change. Resistance to change. Implementing a new standardized system can face resistance from experienced auditors who are accustomed to their own methods and may perceive standardization as a reduction in their autonomy or professional judgment. So standardization may be resisted by experienced auditors. That is a demerit. 5, burden. Maintenance can also be a burden. Developing and maintaining a comprehensive standardized templates and ensuring they are up to date with the changes in auditing standards or regulatory requirements can be time consuming and resource intensive for the audit firm. Then lastly, we have false security. They provide a false sense of security. A perfectly standardized file might create a false sense of security regarding audit quality, even if the underlying audit work or professional skepticism was insufficient. So these are 5 advantages and 6 disadvantages of standardization of working papers. The first advantage is in relation to quality control. Number 2 is in relation to efficiency. Number 3, communication and collaboration. Number 4 is a strong legal defense. Then lastly, standardization can facilitate training, can be used as a training tool for new staff or junior staff. 6 disadvantages. 1, rigidity. Number 2, take and bash mentality. Number 3, there is potential for over documentation. Number 4, resistance to change. 5, maintenance burden. And lastly, a false sense of security. So in closing, candidates, we can say that while standardization offers significant benefits in terms of efficiency, in terms of quality control, in terms of communication, in terms of training, offering training, it must be implemented thoughtfully, because the key here is to strike a balance between providing structure and guidelines on one hand, okay, while still allowing for exercise of professional judgment and adaptability to unique circumstances of each audit engagement. So modern audit software nowadays often incorporates flexibility in standardization, which allows for customization while retaining the core elements of this audit documentation. That's the end of our today's lesson on the advantages and disadvantages of standardization of working papers. Bye.